was standing face to face. I couldn't find the words to say. Give me one more move. I don't even know her name. I guess foolish pride's to blame. Now I'm falling in love as she's walking away, and my heart won't tell my mind to tell my mouth what it should say. May have lost this battle.
With this video, I tried to get attention from the FBI, the U.S. Attorney General, those federal authorities that keep ignoring me, my complaint. They've been ignoring me no matter what I do. I went personally in Washington. They're sending me to Newark because they said they have no jurisdiction in Washington. I get to Newark, nothing done. When I was on this, I knew I was victimized. I went to request help from Frank Provenzano due to the fact that he's a sheriff, and then I wrote a letter before that. I would like to read that to you. So that, and then it's been filed in court. Okay, everybody knows about this because it's a court records. Okay, and then this is what the letter is. Okay, the letter is January 24, 2011. Please pay attention on the date here because they are all justify the cause of action of Sheriff Provenzano, Frank Provenzano. Since a sheriff is elected by the people to serve the people, then you are the supreme law officer of the Somerset County who is accountable to serve the people of Somerset County. As a sheriff elected by the people, you have sworn to protect and serve them. Your duty should not be affected, influenced, and diminished by the violation committed by judges, powerful law firms, and federal officials who violate the law for their political agenda. Then you know that all sheriffs under Article 6, Paragraph 3 are duty bound through oath of affirmation to protect, defend, and support the Constitution of the United States. This makes American Sheriff very unique as a law enforcer in our constitutional republic, and the office of the sheriff is a unique and special constitutional office as part of the check and balance system. Being I one of your constituents who reside under your county jurisdiction and victim of crime within your county jurisdiction, who has a complaint concerning government corruption problems by some state and county officers, I, Thomas Gage, with this U.S. Express mail package containing some criminal evidence information, bring to your attention as an elected law enforcement representative a forceful need of legal service from your office. I am requesting from your office an investigation in this case of corruption. The judiciary system in New Jersey is corrupt. The state court, the Attorney General office, and the Somerset County Prosecutor's office have all refused to take the proper corrective action against the President of the State Board of Shorthand Reporting, Marianne Camerata, for obstruction of justice in providing corrupted documentation to fit my counterpart interest during legal proceeding at the Somerset Courthouse in the court case number Somerset SOML-1340-08. This corruption case need to be investigated by your office and the investigation should not be limited or impeded by the criminal action of some superior court judges. In this case, as a citizen of the United States, a resident of the state of New Jersey, and a victim of a crime, I am entitled under the U.S. Constitution and the New Jersey Constitution to exercise the right to have your office investigate my case. Note that according to the attached 3 links, Abad, Cynthia, Feller, Champel, Jack, Cunningham, and Gagiano's government corruption stories, it seems that I am not the only one who cannot get any help from the State Attorney General and the U.S. Attorney General office in Newark. Who is then supposed to protect the families of New Jersey from local government corruption? Please, I invite you to check into the following online links regarding to New Jersey corruption. Following attachment. I sent to the sheriff one copy of Cynthia case CD, one copy of Gagiano case CD, one copy of Mr. Gage DVD of warrantorship committee meetings with 10 pages in writing in support of it. So whatever you will see wasn't writing, you can explain what we're saying. One copy of CD in support of the corrupt manipulated that occurred with the transcript of March 7, 2005 in my first appeal in court in 2005. And it goes on again. 3-page of transcript, okay, support of the corrupt manipulation occurred regarding to the conflict of interest of Mr. Dean, the traffic engineer in Sniparo case. All that. Another CD regarding October 22nd, and goes on, and then again, I have received a notice of side pen work made by one of the residents has been ignored. It was not in the transcript because obviously they were the meeting would have been canceled and everything would have put, back on a new notice. On a CD copy of Judge David Wren from Morrison County Courthouse, where Gage vs. Camarada, Judge David Wren, knowledge of Camarada misconduct. Okay, the judge knows that the Camarada misconduct, but nothing, and she was not prosecuted for it. Right, and then it goes on. So far, he refused to do that. Instead to investigate my case, he went to the other side of the law. Okay, and now I'm showing you what he did. Okay, this is a Sheriff D, which I use went through. I use it for essay bit went through court trials, and then as I Frank Provenzano, Sir Sheriff of the County of Somerset in the state of New Jersey. And this is about my property, okay, known as 51 Crest Boulevard, New Jersey, 00, and then design lot. All right. Now I'm going through this paper here. Okay, Frank Provenzano, Sheriff of the County of Somerset, State of New Jersey. I solemnly swear that the land and real estate described in this deed made by me to Wells Fargo Bank Trustee Polling Service Agreement, when goes on down here, was by me sold by virtue of good and subsisting execution, as is therein receipted that the money ordered, there was no other court order to be made, has not been. The money that was supposed to court order was not made. To my knowledge, so in knowledge, or believe, paid or satisfied, was not satisfied that the time and place of the sale of said land and real estate was by me duly advised as required by law, and the same was created of and sold and bona fide purchaser for best price. The court order was violated, because when you have a court order, you have to obey to the court order. So that's didn't happen. The house was sold 461 when it was court ordered to be sold 814,000. By the way, that is no either the problem, but it is a breach of contract, a breach of court order. Now, this is a seal. This is a deed. This deed was, okay, filed, registered, okay, and in Somerset County clerk office, okay, right, registered there, was filed in record. It's a record in Somerset County. Now, here says, I witness whereof they say Frank J. Provenzano, sir, as such sheriff, I first say I have heard until set my hand and seal this 4th day of October 2010. On October 2010, the 4th day, okay, October 4, 2010, Chef Provenzano sealed this paper, that's we swearing here, and sign it. Now, this signature here, when I first saw it, I was thinking about, I remember when I used to live in Italy, and those old people, they survived the Second War, the World War, they used to sign paper because they didn't know how to sign their name, so they wouldn't do a sign. So it looked like a cross, like that. So I always thought, wow, it could be a chef, and a chef that doesn't know either write, sign his name. So that just came to my mind like that. But after that, I was thinking about it and said, let me go check out the signature. Anyway, this signature here is not the official signature of Frank J. Provenzano. Anyway, this paper says, sign it and seal and deliver it in the presence of Thomas C. Miller. Thomas C. Miller he was the attorney, the lawyer for the Somerset County office. So this is what the signature here is alleged signature. This signature is not of Thomas Miller. It's a forged signature. I'm gonna show you the difference after that. And this one is not Frank Provenzano official signature. So again here says, okay, Thomas Miller, an attorney at law of New Jersey, okay, and then they say they swear, they sign, okay. Again, he said here, duly advised, it won't be late by signing. So the signature here is not Frank Provenzano. Again, before me, an attorney at law of New Jersey was supposed to be Thomas Miller, C. Miller. On this 4th day, on 4th day of October, in the year of the Lord 2010, and I do certify here, Frank Provenzano certified that I have the attorney here, okay, Thomas Miller, certified that have examined the above deed, mentioned and approved the same, and order it to be recorded as good, sufficient conveys of the land and real estate therein described. Now, Thomas, attorney at law of New Jersey, never saw this paper. He never signed it. Now, again, only to think about this signature here compared to this signature here, it's obvious there is no match right now. Just to see this one here, something is wrong, right? This is nothing. Okay, you're gonna get the funny part. So Thomas Miller, this is a document that was submitted as exhibit in court, and then it was first filed in the court office record, a document record for a deed, in order to steal my property. So this is a document that is an evidence of felony. Okay, it's a felony document, perjury, fraud, and forgery, all that. And this document, it's an evidence of crime, and the U.S. Attorney General, the FBI, supposed take over this case because it's on their jurisdiction. Okay, either the state attorney general. What happened? It's not your duty. Okay, now you have a corrupt sheriff. Okay, who swear to protect the Constitution, who serve the people of the county. Corrupt. Either if he didn't sign this, why doesn't come forward to tell him who did this paper? He's concealing. So it's worse now. He's making it worse. Okay, so this is the document of the deed. Now, the proof is this. Okay. Before I show you the real signature, I'm gonna show you another document. This was the submitted, processed through this Somerset County clerk office for register. So was then submitted in the register on the Somerset County. Okay, and this is the same document. When you do a copy, it comes from the original. I should match everything, right? So if you see these copies here, okay, I want to show you this one like this. This signature and this signature should be identical. They are not. Okay. This one here and this one here should be identical. They are not. Okay. Now, see this number here? This document was filed on the third appeal in Philadelphia. Okay. And this document it's a forged signature here. Okay, and the family document has been provided to the judge to render an opinion on it. Okay, so this document causes unlawful opinions and unlawful court orders. Justice did not prevail because these documents are bogus, forgery, and everything else. Okay, and then the court is being frauded. So it's fraud up on the court, and this is obvious. Okay, now this and this, okay, doesn't match with this and this. Now you see the documents, right? So there is Thomas Miller judge was never present. Okay, and this document was neither Frank Provenzano or never. This is made from others people, and that what it is. Now the real signature of those people. Okay, this is the right of possession. Remember that? This is Frank Provenzano legal real official signature. The real official signature. Okay. This one here, again, Frank Provenzano, the real official signature. Okay. This is the oath of Thomas Miller. He's now a judge. Okay, who swear to support the Constitution. Okay. Now this is the real signature of Thomas C. Miller. Okay, and then you compare it. Okay, you compare it here, compare it here, compare it here. Okay, compare it with this one here. Huh? This one here do not match with this one, this one, this one. The other page is not identical, and different pages, a different document was supposed to be the same identical document. They've been filed through district court, state court, and appellate court, and there be the felonies. This document is felonies. Okay, and now this is. Now you remember the paper. This one here is the actually alleged court order that Frank Provenzano, Sheriff Frank Provenzano, used to come to my house on my property on August 8, 2011 and force evict me and my family tenants from the home and eventually vandalize all the belongs that were in the house and the business materials of the company that were the tenant in the house. So those there's a tape on there's a YouTube video online that you can see and check for corrupt officer of Warren Township. You will find out the details what happened that day. Anyway, this is the Somerset County Sheriff. You can see his official signage. This is the office signage. This was Frank Provenzano sign. Okay. Now, this, they came to our house where this says right of possession. Okay, State of New Jersey. As I explained in the previous video, I'm gonna show you again. All right. This is what says that the judgment of the Superior Court, okay, was made, and then the Thomas Gage and was the owners was supposed to be evicted, right? And then nothing else. There is no about any other names here. There are 4 other people that have been never notified. Anyway. Remember this one here, the alleged signature here, the August, this was alleged August the 2nd day of August 2011. And this court order was not signed, as Sheriff said, by a judge. Alleged it was supposed to be the Judge Mary C. Jacobson, okay? That's what they're saying. She signed this paper, but she never saw it. That's what the record says. Okay. Now, the other fact is that if you remember, I show you this paper here, which I said you this is a forgery signature. This is not Jennifer Perez, acting clerk of a Superior Court. Okay, signature. Anyway, it's illegal anyway, either if it was, because it was supposed to be sealed and signed for the judge. It's force order. And I can show you the stamp here, this one here. This is the real signature of the clerk office. When you request a document from the acting clerk of Superior Court in Trenton, that's why she's gonna sign it. Okay, that's the way the office signature. So the court order was bogus. I asked the sheriff the other day, who signed it. They came over there with the intention to throw me in the street, and that was their goal, to do what they took all the where everything used to be goes there to teach me a lesson that I was not supposed to mess up with the members of the law firm Di Francesco. Okay, who is the best friend of our Governor Chris Christie. Okay, so, and then that was supposed to teach me a lesson. Okay, a lesson. But now, why would a state judge Mary Jacobson would have signed a force court order on August 8, here says August 2nd, 2011, when, okay, but she didn't sign anything. Well, anyway, the reason why she wouldn't sign it because she was already in charge of the lawsuit against the bank, and she was in this matter. She has a civil action, okay. Doc number F059553-10, okay, ordered directing the named foreclosure plaintiffs to show cause regarding the proceeding of certain uncontested. My foreclosure process was uncontested. Okay, so as on this belongs to this case. So then residential mortgage foreclosure action stay, all the foreclosure was supposed to stay. Sheriff sell, okay, no one was supposed to sell. Those foreclosure action appointed special matters pursuant to Rule 441-1 to investigate questionable foreclosure practice and appointing an attorney to appear in support of those proposed relief. So, who attorney has be appointed to my case. Would have been that a discrimination, okay? Because everybody else would have a stay in court, right? And in my case, it would not be stay. So this one here, this document, all right, has been, okay, all these pages here has been signed here by Judge Mary Jacobson. All right, so she was in these matters. Why she would have signed a first court order, knowing that my foreclosure case alleged there was, it was filed by one of the banks that she's in order to stay. Okay, well, Fargo Bank. And now again here, the same document, civil scattering order. This was an order to scatter or to show, the order to show cause on December 20, 2010. Right? So, and this is also signed by Mary C. Jacobson. Okay, the same judge who allegedly supposed to sign a court order of eviction, forced eviction on my property, to evict us. So obviously she didn't do it. Okay, so that's why they had to come out with a bogus forged document. Okay, as I showed you, this is what they gave it. This was again the court order. The sheriff came to my house, since he was also in default, like I showed you before, so he commit obstruction of justice. So this is alleged to be the acting clerk of Superior Court, which is not. I'll show you over here. Okay, this is the conclusion of it. That would not make sense, because otherwise it's also a discrimination if this was was signed by State Judge Mary Jacobson, when she herself ever filed a stay in court for all homeowners, was was uncontested judgment. So that one makes sense, no? Right. Due to the fact that Judge Thomas Miller and Superior Clerk Jennifer Perez did not come forward to defend themselves in that somebody is using their signature, their name, to proceed with fraud in court. Okay, I have filed them as a third party on my new case. Okay, case has to do with 13 civil 02256. Okay, which it's been okay, State Judge Thomas Miller and Jennifer M. Perez, clerk of this New Jersey Superior Court, demand for trial by jury and all issues. They're never gonna give me that. Okay, now the cause of action is, okay, cause of action: breach of fiduciary duty, ignoring the law, obstruction of justice, violation of the oath of office. This is what they're committing by considering the fact that someone used their signature, okay, and that makes unlawfully, because they know that somebody unjustly stole my property. Okay, court jurisdiction. This is what I said. In filing a complaint under the constitutional law against the defendant, I, the private attorney general, Thomas I. Gage, and plaintiff state the following: as a First Amendment right to be commissioned as a private attorney general, Title 42 U.S.C.A. Section 1986, as protective civil rights. As an American born and resident of the state of New Jersey and victim of crime, plaintiff is entitled under the Constitution to exercise the right as a private attorney general to appear in court ex real on behalf of the United States, a federal government, the state of New Jersey, the people of New Jersey, or the people of the United States of America, as at the in Black Laws Dictionary 6th edition, so you can find the law. Okay, RICO statute of defendant. Okay, defendant State Thomas C. Miller is a New Jersey State Superior Judge in Somerset County Civil Court, 20 North Bridge Street, 2nd floor, Somerville, New Jersey. Defendant State Judge Thomas Miller is a judiciary officer of the State of New Jersey whose duty is to serve the people of New Jersey. He has sworn to support the Constitution of the United States and the State of New Jersey and laws and protect and serve the people of New Jersey, including the plaintiff family. Article 6, Paragraph 3. Defendant Jennifer Perez, the Second Clerk of the Superior Court, English Justice Complex, 24 West Market Street, 6th floor, North Wing, Trenton. Defendant Jennifer M. Perez also has solemnly swear to support the Constitution of the United States, the State of New Jersey, and the laws, and to protect and serve the people of New Jersey, including the plaintiff family. Article 6, Paragraph 3, subject to the law of our land as the clerk of the Superior Court in Trenton. Okay, short statement in regard defendant State Judge Thomas Miller. As per the attached Exhibit A, 29 pages, a judicial note was sent on April 4, 2013, see Exhibit B, by the plaintiff to the defendant State Judge Thomas Miller to report and advise him that someone has signed a deed on his behalf using his official signature as an attorney at law to produce a fraudulent deed document. Okay? These exhibits are forged, robber, signed, bogus, and fraudulent documents that did not meet all the requirements for recording and court proceedings. Defendant State Thomas Miller, being a judge, knows the law and sworn to uphold the Constitution of the United States of America and the laws. Since April 5, 2013, defendant State Judge Thomas Miller is failing to comply with his official oath in calling on the DA or the Department of Justice to investigate these felonies conceivable by a court of the United States and of the State of New Jersey. Therefore, by law, he is in violation of his oath or official oath under Title 18 U.S.C. 4, Title 42 U.S.C. 1986, 18 U.S.C. 3, and breach of fiduciary duty. Defendant State Judge Thomas Miller is not following the above statutory procedure. See Armstrong v. Obogchino in regard to these forged, robber, signed, and fraudulent documents that serve the purpose to first give the right to the Fargo bank attorney to act above the laws and steal plaintiff property on 51 Crest Boulevard by way of unlawful execution of a forced eviction on him and his family and tenant by a sheriff on August 8, 2011. Second, defraud the United States government. And third, to sell plaintiff property to Mr. and Mrs. Anderson, who, by obtaining a mortgage from Millennium Home Mortgage LLC based on their fraudulent deed, committing another act of fraud. A judicial note was sent on May 6, 2013, see Exhibit D, by plaintiff to defendant Jennifer M. Perez, Exhibit 2, report the advice that someone has signed a court order on her behalf using her official signature as a clerk of the Superior Court to produce a fraudulent and bogus forced eviction or court order. These exhibits are forged, bogus, and fraudulent documents which are felony recognizable by the Court of the United States and the State of New Jersey. Defendant Jennifer Perez, being an officer of the court, knows that laws as sworn to uphold the Constitution of the United States of America and the laws. Since May 6, 2013, defendant Jennifer M. Perez is failing to comply with her official oath in calling on the DA or the Department of Justice to investigate this felony recognizable by the Court of the United States and the State of New Jersey. Therefore, by law, she is in violation of his official oath under the Title 18 U.S.C. 4, Title 42 U.S.C. 1986, and 18 U.S.C. 3, and breach of fiduciary duty. Defendant Perez is not following the above statutory procedure. CMS, which then in regard to this fraudulent document and serve the purpose to first give again the same purpose. Okay. Alright, cause of action, breach of fiduciary duty, 18 U.S.C. 2041, conspiracy against right of citizens, U.S.C. 42 1985, a civil action for conspiracy to interfere with civil rights. Third-party defendants, State Judge Thomas C. Miller and Jennifer M. Perez, executive, are concealing the criminal activities committed by all the others defendants in this matter of perjury generally, 18 U.S.C. 1621, false statements, 18 U.S.C. 1001, fraud upon the court, 18 U.S.C. 1028, fraud and related activity in connection with identification documents, authentication, futures, and information, 1945, procuring, filing of false document or offering false document for filing, and further they are in default of their obligation to report these criminal activities committed by all the above captured defendants in this case to the DA or the appropriate officers of the law, violation of the official oath. Conclusion. In conclusion of this complaint, a third-party complaint, okay, I stated that in view of plaintiff constitutional rights and the violation committed against the supposed integrity of the judicial branch of Somerset County and the state of New Jersey, with the concealment of those forged, rubber-signed, bogus, and fraudulent documents, plaintiff has filed this civil criminal action under the Civil RICO statute at 18 U.S.C. 1964, which he demands all relief affordable to plaintiff, private attorney general, and applicable law, which relief are to be determined by the jury, a jury of peers, has been just and proper under these insidious circumstances. Based on the above stated facts, it is clear that the third-party defendants, State Judge Thomas C. Miller and Jennifer M. Perez, have breached their fiduciary duty. Accordingly, plaintiff trusts that this court will provide him with an empanelment of special grand juries for organized crime in this case to achieve the due justice in this particular and unusual case where the federal plaintiff and his family lives have been destroyed by the negligent and voluntary criminal action of the above captioned defendant in this case. Okay, in this case, well, as you know, just to give you the names of the defendants in this case, I just want to go over you to Somerset County Sheriff Frank Provenzano, State Judge Mary C. Jacobson, Attorney Nicholas J. Canova, Attorney Greg P. Tuckbecking, Fane, Sarge Kane, Shepard, PC, Fargo Bank, and now the third party, State Judge Thomas Miller and Jennifer M. Perez. these are the defendant in this case, okay, which has been assigned once again to the same judge, okay, Judge Fred Walson. Now, in this matter, let me tell you why Sheriff Provenzano refused to investigate my case after I provide him with a package of evidence explaining what he was supposed to investigate. Well, it's obvious that Frank Provenzano, being a sheriff, be a Republican political figure in Somerset County, and connected with the politician like I'm gonna show you now. Well, I had no interest to investigate my case, because he was supposed to investigate some members of the county committee Republican, such as Gary DiNardo, Malcolm Plager, Donald DeFrancesco, Caroline Garofola, Sordillo, John Colley, Lefter, and etc., etc. So basically, he was supposed to start from the committee members and the planning board members of Warren Township, and up to investigate Sleep Hollow, Warren LLC, the development, where the members of DeFrancesco, Batman, Colley, which is Mr. Colley, have an interest in the land, with this land, okay, in Sleep Hollow, and between in the Sleep Hollow development and Gage Lane development. Both developments, Mr. Colley had a conflict of interest because his land, he wanted to develop his land, and then they use all his power they could to manipulate the situation, okay, and manipulate all the law, the ordinance, to get away with it. So here, what you see in here, Mr. Colley here, DeFrancesco Firman, this is Mr. Colley here. Mr. Colley being a member of the New Jersey State Bar Association, members of the Somerset County Bar Association, Township Attorney Warren Township, okay, Township Attorney Clinton Township, and he's been the mayor of Warren Township in 1975, and New Jersey Director of a Selective Service System. Donna DeFrancesco, everybody knows who's Donna DeFrancesco, okay, very connected, best friend of our Governor Chris Christie, okay, as such as ex-governor. He was a governor in 2001, the same year when the development of Sleep Hollow obtained all the approval on the environmental. You should know that the Sleep Hollow development consists in was in a sensitive environmental, where open state water exists, where wetland exists, okay, and buffer exists. So we got critical environmental, hard to build homes, but for some reason Sleep Hollow Warren obtained in weeks those permit to build homes in this environmental. So to me, it's really strange, because as I know about how proceeding goes when you go to apply for the state environmental protection applications, takes years, okay, but not for Sleep Hollow. Sleep Hollow, get it done in just days and get it done, okay. So now here you got Senator Bittman, okay, he's a senator of a judiciary, state judiciary. He's the one who appoint judges and disbar lawyers, etc., etc. So powerful people, right? Now you should know, I'm going to show you that. In fact, if you see here, when the DeFrancesco was governor, DeFrancesco DOC nominations, okay? Here, during the final weeks of Donna DeFrancesco terms as acting governor, the state senator voted to confirm 250 appointees during the 2001 dark section. One of them was his chief counsel, James Harkness, current the senator Republican executive director and a member of governor-elect Christopher Christie. Okay, translation team. Exxon was appointed in a local finance board, financing. You can see how banks can connect to this. Okay, how they are connected with the financial system in New Jersey, and they are all the banks they control all these things. It's only familiar name on Di Francesco list of appointments. Okay, now if I go the appointment here. To be a judge of the Superior Court, and we go to the judge nominee Fred H. Kaufman of Bridgewater. Fred H. Kaufman is the judge who denied me my constitutional right of due process of law, trial by jury. Okay, I demand the trial by jury. He denied me because I will have the transcript of the corrupt transcript of Maria Camerata before the jury. Obviously, the Camerata would have been prosecuted for a crime, okay, for obstruction of justice. And Fred Kaufman denied me all that, concealed all the crime, and dismissed my case. Okay, so that the Stiparo could go on, right? Anyway, he was appointed by Di Francesco law firm. Di Francesco. People to intimidate it. Jeffrey B. Lair. This is actually the person, the lawyer who replaced John Colley in the committee. This is exactly he's the attorney who sit with Mark Crane, okay, the administrator of the town. I do have a message for Mark Crane. Mark Crane, you need to talk. You know exactly what they did to my family, how they destroyed my family, and then because the conflict of your pal, okay, John Colley, okay? You sit next to him for many years before the committee, so you know exactly what he did to my family. You start to talk because it's time now, okay? Anyway, we got the list here. This one is exactly the members of the firm, okay? And the counsel of John Colley here. This date was, I pulled this, was 2008. You see Joseph V. Sordillo. He's the son of Victor Sordillo, a member of the committee members. Victor Sordillo has been connected, been in conflict all the time because with the Francesco law firm. In the meantime, with his job, he works for Chubb. This is a letter from Schiller Pinger, and the attorney was Joe Murray. Okay, he's represented Slipalo interest. And he's been also considered many crimes. And then, he should have been an honest, I thought he was an honest, good lawyer, but he's not. He's not, because when it comes to protect people from crime, there's no client issue there. You're supposed to work for justice. The Colley and Sordillo conflict issues. That's what he wrote. As Mr. Colley, John Colley here, he's an attorney in New Jersey who had previously served as the Warren Township Mayor and attorney for the township. Colley retired several years ago. He's talking about 2008. And then if you go online, I have a video where Mr. Colley is before the committee and convincing the committee that the swap land that they had to do with the Slipalo was convenient to the town. By saying that given the land, switch the land, the good land with the wetland to the town was a good deal for the town. So that the town allowed building more house when we pay tax for not, and receive wetland where the wetland cannot be built homes on it. So I don't know what was the deal there, but certainly it was for advantage of Slipalo, not for the town, because the town would keep a good land. Slipalo couldn't put the house in the wetland, and we wouldn't pay tax for buy the land. Okay, so fraud on the people of Warren Township. That's what happened here. Okay, and he said here, Colley raised and located in Crest Boulevard, which is right next to my property. Mr. Kolev sold the property, subject property to Mr. D'Angelo. There was a mortgage deed online, but that's it. That was it. It never shows any sold, any transcription of money, anything that guaranteed us the land was sold. To my knowledge, I know that Mr. Collins didn't sell the property. He made believe that because there's a conflict of interest in it. But I subpoenaed some document. I never received any proof that he received money. I would like to see it. As for Sordillo, in capacity of committee members of Township of Warren, Mrs. Sordillo had expressed an interest in purchasing one of the proposed lot, obviously, and Mrs. Sordillo he was supposed to not vote, stay away from anything has to do with the Slipalo because he's recusing himself, and then he had to be on a committee meeting to vote aloud. In conclusion of this video, the attention goes to the Inspector General, the U.S. Inspector General, and the FBI, and the Attorney General. This case I'm showing you here, it's a motion, it's a court order from District Court from Judge Fred Walson on 9/9/2011, okay, September 9, 2011. Now you know that Frank Provenzano defaulted, and he came evicted me from my home when he was in default. The eviction, the first law of eviction happened August 8, 2011, and this court orders comes on September 9, okay, 2011, right? So August, and the next is September, okay? So the order that defendant Provenzano shall have 7 days from the date of this order to respond to plaintiff motion for default judgment, and plaintiff reply do 7 days. So and then further, after all the document that I just showed you in my first and second in this video here, defendant Wells Fargo was granted motion to dismiss my case by Fred Walson. Fred Walson ignored all the criminal evidence. So now did Frank Provenzano commit the obstruction of justice? Sure. A pending lawsuit, a default against him pending. He came to my house in retaliation of that with bogus court orders, okay, that was not signed by a judge, okay. They came and forced and stole my property, and this is obstruction of justice. And you cannot let as sheriff or as head of office who swear to protect the people of Somerset County, swear to protect the United States Constitution, okay? He had just swore against all what he swear on it. So he swore against the Constitution of the United States. That's a treason, okay? So to you officer, to you federal, authority, you need to take action in this case, okay? It's your job. I am just a citizen who happen to believe in his constitutional rights. My family for 3 generations as veterans of war protect our constitutional right by laying down our life, and not gonna give up until justice prevail. So again with this new case, Frank Provenzano, okay, case 13-2256, and once again he defaulted, and today is July 19, 2013. I am going to send this certified mail to clerk office, district court, okay, in Trenton, requesting entering of default. The next video I will talk about the corrupt, manipulated transcript provided by Marian Camerata and how she get away with that, how she doing it, and then I hope that this video somebody in Washington will get moved by this video and will come to New Jersey and help some victims here of corruption, including myself, right? Because there are many that I know, right? And all right, so I will leave it like this for now, okay? Thank you for watching this video. I hope that you understood what I'm trying to say, and then hope you will be interested to see more video. Okay.
You are taken, baby. I've been looking for someone like you to save me. Life's too easy to be so damn complicated. Take your time and I'll be waiting. Keep me in mind. Somewhere down the road you might get lonely. Keep me in mind. And I pray someday that you will love me only. Think about you someday.